No, dude, did you see Little Karibo has a GoFundMe up?
Yeah, I saw that he was like real, like
he got like really messed up. He's like him and his wife were trying to like sell their house. Like they just had like a bunch of stuff going on, and then like his YouTube channel got demonetized.
Yeah.
Like they're like he's like like normally.
Listen, I really don't want to do this, and I'm like,
but it's like
he's the kind of guy that really doesn't want to like.
But it's like he got like a million bad shit happen to him at once. Well, there's nothing else to do over here, so I guess I need to go fight that guy.
Probably. I mean, I can show you that. Like that's the thing is like if it gets to the point where it's like too frustrating, I know I can show you how to go to some other places and other areas, but I'm not looking forward to this fight.
I'm looking forward to it
because I legit don't remember how I beat the guy. it was mostly run to stay out of the range of his attacks. Spoiler alert, he's got a real fucking long range because he's got a fucking, like, Naginata or whatever, the pole arm with, like, the...
Oh, yeah, Nagatana?
Nagatana, yeah. Naginata? Something like... It's something.
I think it's Nagatana, I think is what I want to say. Alright, let's do... we're gonna do that.
And he's a ghost, so he's kind of annoying.
He's a spookums? Does he inflict terror?
He does not.
Whoa.
He's only got one bar,
corrupted
and it took
monk.
me for fucking ever. So remember that. Oh, get out of there! Get out of there! Yeah.
Holy shit! Yeah.
That range has if it does that spin move, it has the final attack is super powerful and has way more range than you think it does.
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah, you can
carry that. Yeah. Holy shit! Yeah, he knocked me back before I deflected that.
Yeah. He is real fucking annoying.
Oh. Oh, I meant to jump. Okay. Learning his moves. Learning his moves. Ah! Nobody did. I wasn't expecting a follow-up to that.
Yeah. Not related news. I was gonna say in related news, but in just something to talk about, so that it's not just us standing here blank, like, oh, how do we learn his moves?
Huh? What do I do?
I really don't like. I don't know if it's Rion or Ryan Johnson.
Yeah, I
honestly don't know.
I think it's Ryan Johnson is what I've heard.
I've heard
he just spells it because he wants to be a special little boy. I mean, it's not true.
Really don't. I don't know the dude. Might be the coolest dude on the planet. Don't know him. From what I've seen of him, I really just don't fucking like him. Not just because I hate The Last Jedi. I have no qualms about saying that.
Yeah.
But like more so is just like his reaction around it and everything like that. He says like, I did what I did to be like to contradict and to subvert the Star Wars franchise. I'm like, why would you want to subvert the Star Wars franchise? Like, I don't get that. Like, coming straight up, like, Watchmen is a great subversion of DC. There's a lot of great subversions of DC. Like, there's also The Boys. Definitely, you should check that out.
Yeah, I still need to watch that.
Yeah. There's a lot of great but the subversions usually come. There's even like subversion in DC where there's like the Elite, like Superman versus the Elite, kind of subverts the expectations with Superman. There's Superman Red Sen. There's subversions inside their own properties. It doesn't have to be like an outside property to do it, but it doesn't really make sense to be in the main storyline. Be like, okay, well, this is what we all set up in the first trilogy of movies. Here's a sequel. Let's subvert it. It doesn't make sense to me, and that's fine if you wanted to try and do that. We could have an argument about that as well. But then he just made a shit movie.
Yeah, that's like the whole thing is like, yeah, The Last Jedi just wasn't good.
Yeah, here's the thing. I've read an article where like the article that I read was like him coming out and saying something, and I'll get to that in a second. But like my problem with The Last Jedi has been that it's bad, and apparently it's divisive because a lot of people think it's bad. A lot of people apparently think it's bad because it doesn't answer questions or something like that. I'm like, it answers questions just fine, and the mysteries that the mysteries that it leaves, I'm still fine with that. The problem is that there seems to be no point, because the message that seems to be the takeaway of the movie is we don't win by
sacrifice. That's literally
we don't win by
that's literally
sacrificing.
what expendable character says.
Yeah, it's like we don't win by sacrifices, or more so, it's like I forget like the direct quote. It's like we won't win by killing what we hate, but by saving what we love.
Yeah.
Like that's literally the quote that Rose has, and it's like. Except for the fact that you sacrificed yourself.
You sacrificed yourself.
Her sacrifice.
Her sister sacrifices herself. The commander lady
sacrifices herself.
Yeah.
You literally you're hurt and fucked up and could have sacrificed yourself to prevent a guy from sacrificing himself. That's all that you. If you did die, all your sacrifice would have done was save this one character. Oh shit.
Okay, yeah. I think I'm starting to learn him though. Yeah. But I think I'm starting to see his attacks.
It's just his health. Like you just have to whittle him fucking down.
Yeah, he definitely.
His posture recovers so quick.
Yeah, this is gonna be one of those fights where it's more about.
I had to get his health down. That's how. I just ran. Like I know like kind of how I did it, but I don't exactly know what I did. I just ran to dodge his attacks and came in, and when I got openings, just whittled his health down. It was just a long fucking fight.
Aww.
Wow, already.
Find son somewhere. Aw.
I wouldn't.
I'm not gonna. Yeah. I prefer to use it.
Oh, unseen aid. Okay, cool.
Is that there before?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know why. I thought it was like a statue of Deadman.
Oh no.
But yeah, I see what you're. Yeah, I don't like to use it until after a boss fight because I don't know how many attempts this is gonna take. Yeah. I prefer to save it after I defeat a boss fight. Anyways, yeah, no, I definitely agree with that. Also, like, there's like 45 minutes of that movie where Rose and Finn run off and go to like the rich people.
The casino movie made no sense.
No, I was the thing is like everyone who, even the people who praised that movie, were still like, yeah, no, the whole casino sequencing. Literally pointless.
Yeah, it's
like everyone agrees. Like that scene right there was just it served no function to the movie whatsoever.
Especially with it. Well, but the thing is it does. The argument is it did serve a purpose because it was supposed to like link you up with this guy, and then they use it to subvert. It's like, oh, they're not gonna because that's like the whole thing is it's always like these like it's subversion. So all these guys do the mission. They run off. They're like not part of the main contingency. They do against the commander's will, and then they save the day because they're random mavericks, and then it doesn't work out. Like that's the subversion of like all media. I'm like, Star Wars doesn't need to be this subversion. It's not a subversion to start out with. You're subverting all media.
Star Wars like started tropes is like the thing.
It's like he wants to subvert Star Wars, but he also wants to subvert overall media, and I'm like. Star Wars isn't like the main movie franchise is not the place to do that. Like like the sequel trilogy.
The sequel and the spin-offs I think would be a good place to do that though. But I agree, the main sequence I don't think so. You should be going for more original things, and that's honestly like my whole issue with the sequels has been is that they're just so fucking derivative of the other ones.
Yeah, they're
the first one like The Force Awakens was just episode 4 and Last Jedi had a lot of episode 5 in it too.
Yeah, it really
even the final fight took place on a planet that looked and felt a lot like Hoth. You know, people fighting in trenches, shooting on this big white planet. It was a salt-covered planet, not a snow-covered planet, which
and
I
it was
get.
At the end instead of the beginning.
But it's like the whole time I'm sitting there watching that, I'm just like, this just reminds me of Hoth so much.
Well, it's also got like a big parental reveal. It just takes a lot of beats.
Yeah.
Even though the parental reveal was subversive, and even get back to that. So like, it's literally the Empire is the thing. So. The article which originally got me mad was Rian Johnson admits that he was disappointed by Empire Strikes Back, and I'm like, what, the greatest of the movies? It's like that makes sense. Like, what? But then he's like, okay, so originally when it came out, apparently, what he's saying now is that is not what he's saying now, but it was true at the time. Empire Strikes Back actually had a
it was like a mixed reaction to it.
Had a very like divisive reaction, and he's like, just like my movie has had now. And it's like, I now love Empire. I do think it's the strongest of the movies, but when I came out there I was like, well, why is this? There's no answers to these questions and blah blah blah. I'm like, that's what people are saying is like there were no, like, people hated Empire because there were no answers to questions like, okay, so if Vader's Luke's father, what's going on here? or if and what happened to Han and all this and that. I'm like, that's fine though. It's a middle movie.
Yeah, it's like there was another movie clearly coming out.
That tantalizing little drop of like, okay, of Vader being Luke's father. That was enough of a reveal to be like, that's enough of an answer for me for a middle movie. And a lot of things aren't gonna get wrapped up. Oh shit!
I didn't see the danger symbol for some reason, so I just like I can block it. I'm also sad because I didn't Makiri counter that move because he doesn't do that stab a lot.
No, he does not. He really does not. Like that's why I said, yeah, you can Makiri counter that. You're not gonna have a lot of opportunities too. But in like the article and everything like that, he was just talking about like the similarities between the reactions, everything like that, and he's like, and that's why he can't be mad at because like something that has a lot of passion, like something like Star Wars does, it's gonna be both sides. Like he can't be mad at the negative passion because it's the flip side of the positive passion. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about, bitch? I've seen you on Twitter. All you do is call people that criticize your movie neckbeards and trolls. You fucking hate the negative people. You troll them. You're a shitlord on Twitter. Where is this? I can't be mad at it. Bullshit.
Okay. I'm still kind of learning.
Oh, so you just let that be?
I'm just trying to learn how many hits I can get on him though, because it looks like I can get a lot of hits, and there are sometimes where he even like flinches. So it's like I'm just trying to figure out like, okay, how many hits can I get in a rotation? Because it's like 4 or 5.
That's why. Yeah, I know. That's why it's like that's why what I would do is I would get far enough for him to do that spin move. If I ran away from him, he'd do like this spin move, and I'd be far away. And he has a long downtime after he does that final.
Because he's like very flowy.
He does like 4 spins and one final like way longer reach spin.
Yeah.
And then he's like very like, okay, I've got a long downtime. I run in and I just whack at him like 5-6 times.
And he's huge too, so it's like really easy to hit him with this stuff. Also, I don't know if you see this, but for some reason, sometimes when I look at him because of how flowy his robes are, it looks like he's on a horse for a second for me. I don't know if you can see it, but it's like, it just looks like that for me. Half the time I'm like, am I fighting the ghost of fucking Ginobu?
I haven't seen that. I mean, it hasn't, like, I've never, like, felt that.
Yeah.
But it's interesting.
Ah, fuck. I need to learn how big this arena is. Ooh. Ah, damn it. Okay, remember, he does that follow-up.
Yeah.
He'll do it if I'm behind him, I noticed. Oh, that was fast. Okay, learned it. But, yeah, I'm still gonna go see...
Oh, I'm gonna see the movie.
Because I want to see how this ends, because it's like, that's my whole issue with it, is like... The sequels have enough good, decent stuff going for them that I'm interested. It's just that, like... They just fuck up so spectacular at it. It's like I like 70% of it, but then like I fucking loathe 30% of it. And it's not like oh, I absolutely love it. It's like most of the time I'm like, nah, it's pretty good. But then the parts that are bad in it are just so bad. And it's not even like, I'm not like a huge Star Wars fan. Like the biggest thing I was ever into Star Wars is I played Jedi Outcast 2 as a kid, which that's coming to Switch, by the way. I don't know if you saw that. Yeah, that's coming to Switch. And then I played with a lot of
updated graphics, or
no, it's like classic graphics. But I mean, hey,
well,
hey, it's back, you know, kind of a thing.
I like that beat of like, I'm just
like mad at myself for like getting hit by these, because like I'm trying. I can't really run around from him though, but I'm trying to keep my distance is the thing. Oh, really gotta dodge that sweep.
Yeah, he'll do some jumping sweeps that are like pretty easy to like move out of the way while still being in his range.
Oh fuck.
But he will also do those jumps where he just slams it down and don't get hit.
Oh, come on. I totally raped and feathered that. Oh, fuck. Okay. I'm still learning this, though, but I feel like I have this. I just need to, like, be patient and consistent. But, yeah, like, my thing is, like, there are just, like, bad movie points with like how it was. My big thing I will always be forever mad at with how they baited us with thinking that Finn was going to be the protagonist, which I get that it's supposed to be a subversion, but I don't know, man. Just
I'm not even really like that mad about that. I just wish that like they just didn't fucking make Rey so fucking powerful. Like right
away.
It doesn't make any honestly doesn't make any sense. It's just like literally like, oh, I guess I'm the Jedi now. I can here's the thing, like, and here's a criticism that I've heard other people on the internet, and by other people I mean like people that I like
yeah,
the
not like neo-Nazis who are like mad that Raw woman.
Yeah, no, but I mean like people like I mean like internet influencers.
Yeah,
I forget what's his name.
People whose opinions you value.
Yeah, I think it's like Miles Luna from.
From Rashid. Yeah, I freaking love him.
I think it was him saying like it was somebody from their podcast that was like, I'm not excited because there's no stakes to this movie. Literally, all this movie is going to be is getting Rey to Kylo Ren. Rey has beaten Kylo Ren in a one-on-one fight twice. Like, the only way that you can make this any tension is if at the beginning of the movie you start and Kylo somehow beats her, and then maybe he'll do it again, but then you know that at the end she's gonna... There's no tension in a confrontation between Kylo and Rey. Rey has straight up outmatched him twice, and it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
It's never made any sense. He's way more trained. The first one is like, oh, he was shot. I'm like, okay, sure. He was shot and he was a little bit wounded in the first one, but she still fucking trounced his ass when she had no idea what she was doing, even if he was a little wounded. And then she literally has 3 training sessions with fucking
with Luke. And that's the thing is like, that's also how episode 5 goes, but what happens at the end of episode 5? Luke gets his ass handed to him by Darth Vader.
And here's the thing, he trained in the in-between. Like, he trained
so now
between 4 and 5. Like, he did train, like, episode... There's a time dilation in between episode 4 and episode 5 where, like, okay, he's now an established rogue leader. He's doing the Hoth, he's fighting on Hoth, he's leading, he's trained. He's not gonna be like, well, I guess I'll just never touch my lightsaber, or do what Obi-Wan taught me. I guess I'll never do those things now. Literally at the end of episode 4. Seven? Is it episode
7? Yeah.
Yeah, episode 7. It's like, okay, here's the tease where it was like, all right, I've got to leave Finn. He's hurt, but I got to go find Master Luke.
Yeah.
And then they have she travels right to him, and then she has the tease of handing it,
and that's right where the next episode begins.
It's like, so there was no in between for her to train.
And that's what adds to the tension of episode 6 is that, like, Luke has received training and he's clearly badass and confident, but you're still like, but is it enough to defeat Vader? And more importantly, is it enough to defeat the Emperor?
Yeah. It's like, yeah, because like there's obviously an even, I don't even know if it's an even larger, but another time skip in between 4 and in between 5 and 6.
Yeah, there's like huge time skip.
A literal, like, this is the new character, like, this is a new Luke.
Yeah.
That Luke is actually, it's insane. Like, I watched them recently. It's actually real weird to see that Luke as opposed to 4 and 5. Luke at the beginning that just walks in confidently and is like, these are my droids. You can take them. That's fine.
Yeah.
You do whatever you want. Like, doesn't fucking care. And it's like, that's an insane, like, difference in Luke.
Okay, that move is like really hard to block. And he does it when I'm behind him. So I need to not get greedy with attacks hitting him from behind. I'm gonna give this like 1 or 2 more attempts, and then we might move on to something else because I don't want this though. But I'm also liking this discussion we're having because like and that's like the whole thing is like I've also had people like. Some people be like, oh, you can't really compare Luke and Rey. And I'm like, yes, you can, because they're the same fucking movies.
They're the same movies, and even so, we've seen another character be a messiah. Here's my own big thing.
Yeah.
Is that they're like, oh, you don't like, it's like they compare like Luke and Anakin and everything like that. It's like, well, here's the thing. In the first movie, the most Luke uses the Force is to block blasters, is to block blaster shots on a training dummy that is literally what young children learning the Force use, and then using that same kind of principle to sense where to attack and where to do things. Using, like, that's the 2 instances, and it's clear training.
Yeah, it's clear. It's clear, and it's like it's like they set it up for it, and then it's also like it's like that one-time thing where he just kind of used it, where he's like, okay, I'm, and even then there's tension to it because it's like, oh, is Luke gonna be able to do it? Because there's like that whole thing where, like, you know, you've turned off your targeting computer.
Luke doesn't use a fucking lightsaber except for to block training blaster shots throughout the whole first movie.
Yeah, and then he turns it on once like when he first gets it, and in the bar in Tatooine, and then the train.
Yeah,
like that's it.
Like but then in the first movie, Rey can fucking destroy everything. You wonder who else destroyed fucking everything using the Force in their first going out? Anakin, as a young child.
Yeah.
And he's this bullshit messiah archetype that is bad. That's one of the bad things is like Anakin is just way too fucking overpowered. He's a Mary Sue or a Mary
Mary Sue.
Well, no,
Gary Stu is the male version.
He's a fucking Gary Stu. He's just it's just like Anakin. He's a kid and he's the chosen one, so he can just fuck it. He's never flown a Naboo fighter before, but he's the only one that can blow up the Federation star base in the orbit. Why? It's like, because the Force. Yeah, and he's the chosen one.
And I think that's the whole thing too. Is both of those things contradict like things that we have established about Star Wars. Is because the whole first trilogy was about Luke's training. He put in a lot of training, and then you have this other character show up who just does some bullshit without training, and it's like, that's not what you established. That's not what you said is how this universe works. Like, if from the beginning there was the whole chosen one bullshit, then we'd accept it that Anakin was the chosen one before Luke, and that Rey is the new chosen one. But the thing is, Luke was never the chosen one, really. No. They like post-established it, but in the original trilogy, it was never established that Luke was the chosen one. In fact, Anakin was always the chosen one.
They even put it where like I don't think they've still ever like had Luke be the chosen one.
No, it was always Anakin, because Anakin technically did bring balance because he killed the Emperor.
Exactly, and everything like that. Like like I don't think they even like retroactive is like, okay, so he was the chosen one, or like it's literally Luke was just the guy in the situation and needed to make the best. And that's another thing about the subversion that I fucking hate. Like I've seen that meme where people like it's like everybody always complains that like it's not like Luke to go off to become a hermit on an abandoned planet somewhere, except we saw 2 Jedi, and that's what they did. Obi-Wan and it's like,
yeah, but
and Yoda is like, okay, Obi-Wan went to look after Luke. That's all that Obi-Wan did.
Yeah, and that's they were pretending to be hermits because they had to be. Luke didn't have to be a hermit. He chose to be a hermit.
Yoda needed to run away from the Empire that's literally hunting him.
Yeah, and Obi-Wan had to as well, and he's like, I'll have to pose as a crazy old man on a fucking backwards planet, so that way no one suspects, like,
that I can protect Luke.
That I'm Obi-Wan.
Yeah, it's like it's just I see that meme and I'm just like, no, Luke. The whole point of Luke wasn't that he was the chosen one, that he was going to be. The whole point of Luke was that he could see the good in people, even as far gone as Vader. Literally, and the whole thing about Luke is like, that's why they kind of got some things right in The Last Jedi. Like I have that holocron I have Luke's Last Jedi Kyber crystal. And in case anybody doesn't know, like at Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, you can get Kyber crystals, and you can get holocrons. And if you put the Kyber crystal, which is the crystal that makes the lightsaber, like it's what makes the blade and it's what the color is. If you get a holocron, which is a Jedi like recording device, you can put in the crystal, and it'll give you messages based off of like whose crystal you have. So like I have Last Jedi era Luke, so it'll give me like quotes from the Last Jedi movie. And
okay,
you were so close.
I have this. I need to pop. Okay, I think I know what I need to do. First off, I need to pop those posture sugars. Those are very good because he really fucks up my posture. And I'm realizing certain attacks I can also jump off of him, and I can stun him in certain ways. And I'm thinking if I could set myself up for those kind of situations, then I'll use the confetti and try to fuck him up.
Again, and then another thing is, I fucking love Daisy Ridley.
Oh, I love her too.
Her portrayal of this character is so good. It's just such a shame that the character sucks dick.
I know, that's my whole thing is like the whole time I watch these movies, I'm just sitting there like, I want to like Rey so bad.
Yeah, like Daisy Ridley really sells me on like her being traumatized over her parents.
Yeah.
Every time.